everybody, my name is Gault. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I am the author of My Journey to the Fountain of Youth, and it's a book that just has a bunch of tips out there that I found on the internet that can help you look and feel as young as possible as you age in life. And that's what it's all about, to be the best possible version of yourself. And I'm going to go over two of those points today. I'm going to focus mainly on diet and eating healthy, and why we sometimes have problems with that, and maybe to change some mindset so that maybe you look at them differently. So the first thing is the philosophy of diet, and a lot of people fail on a diet. And why is it that they fail? It's because they don't go into the diet with the right mindset. They go in with, hey, you know what? I have to deprive myself. I have to stop eating certain things. And so, when I see that person eating that cupcake, it's like, why can't I have one? Or, I really like a beer right now and I can't have it, and that guy just downed 3 of them and he's having a great time. The thing is that you got to stop thinking about what you can't have and depriving yourself, because that's just a negative feeling. And you want to make it a positive feeling to say, what should I be eating? We all need nourishment in our bodies. Our cells crave good nourishment. And so you're going to be much better off if you eat the right stuff. And if you eat the right stuff and you eat enough, and you need to eat enough of it. I eat 6 times a day, so if you do that, then chances are you won't be hungry for the bad stuff. You won't crave the bad stuff. So that's what I would go for. Try to think about that. Really try to be like, and think about how you're going to feel. You're going to have a lot more energy. You're going to feel much better than that person that's eating that junk food. And then you have to ask yourself, really, who's better off? And you're going to be much better off if you don't eat that junk. I also want to caveat, if you do have a health coach, though, that you're working with to lose weight, or if you have a doctor that's helping you with it, listen to them first before you listen to this. I think there's going to be a lot of overlap between what they say and what I'm saying right now. But if there is any kind of contradiction, make sure you follow theirs first, because that's the program that you're on. And it's important to make sure that you're consistent in whatever you do. And whatever you do, make sure you're consistent with it, and you're going to be much better off. The next thing I want to do is talk a little bit about eating healthy. So what you want to do is you want to try to make sure that, in general, you're eating mostly organic foods and you're getting away from the processed foods. In general, that's what you want to do. And a lot of people I know will sit there and say, well, I'm on the couch, I'm watching a TV show, I'm getting a little bored, I want to eat something. I go and I grab the bag of cookies or the bag of potato chips, and I sit down and I eat the whole bag. And none of that stuff is good, but they say they can't help themselves because the food's right there. So what's the solution is everything starts at the grocery store, right? Eating healthy starts at the grocery store. So what you want to do is, first of all, make sure you're not hungry when you go to the grocery store. Because if you're hungry, there's a good chance that you're probably going to buy a bunch of junk that you don't need. You're just going to buy it at a whim. So what you want to do is make sure that you're going in with a specific idea of what you're trying to get. And if you're full, you can just grab that product. So what the basic thing is, don't buy the cookies, don't buy the potato chips, and that way they won't be in your house, so when you go to reach for them, they're not there. And that's what you want to have. It gives you a little bit of self-control there. So that is a great tip. I would start that immediately if I were you. I know some people will say, well, I have kids, and the kids eat that stuff. If you want to do your kids a favor and yourself a favor, don't have any of that junk in the house. Go for organic snacks. There are organic snacks out there that are much better, and that's what I would go with first. The other thing is, like I said, you want to look at organic labels. Always go with organic labels. Stay away from the packaged food. The other thing I want to talk about is like soda. Soda is terrible. I mean, there is a ton of chemicals in soda. And some people say, well, and there's a lot of sugar in it, but then some people will say, well, I'm having a diet soda. Well, look at the side of the can of a diet soda, and you'll notice that there is just a ton of junk in the diet soda can. So try to stay away from sodas unless it's maybe organic, but even then, there's a lot of sugar in those things, and I would try to stay away from any kind of soda as much as possible. It's better to drink water. Water is great. That's the best thing you can drink. Your body is made up mostly of water. And you can always squirt some lemon in it, or put some berries, infuse some berries in it. You can make it taste a little better. I want to talk a little about animal products. If you do buy animal products, organic, free range, or it's very important to go that route as to regular, and I'll explain that. Regular meat that's not organic or free range, or I would say meat, dairy, and eggs. From animals that are not free range, what happens is that these animals are captured or trapped in a small area. They're not treated well, and what happens is that they get sick because there's a lot of stress in their life. And so they get sick, and the only way to keep those animals alive is they pump them full of antibiotics and they pump them full of steroids. So what happens is by the time you eat that, the eggs, the dairy, or the meat, you have an animal product now that is sickly and is filled with chemicals, which is not what you want. So free range and organic, you're getting an animal product that is much cleaner, much cleaner. And it's also, the animal's had a healthy, happy life. It hasn't been stressed out, it hasn't been sick. They don't have to pump it full of chemicals to keep it alive, and you end up with something that's just much better. So everyone wins in that sense, and you'll just be much better off. The difference between organic and free range is negligible. It just means that the animal has been fed a complete organic diet. Well, free range, and they're all free range in that case, and so it's negligible there. Though you might get some trace elements of pesticides or whatever in the food that the animal eats, that's going to be in the animal product if you don't go all organic. So I would say all organic is best. If you can't go all organic, at least do free range and you're a lot better off. This leads me to fast food. The last thing you want to do is eat fast food. Fast food, not only does it have a lot of preservatives and a lot of junk, but the one thing that they're going to do is they're going to buy the cheapest products that they can because they want to increase their margins. And I don't blame them. I'm a businessman, in my past, and margins are important. But what happens is you don't have to pay for it though, because what happens is that these places they will sell you a piece of beef that is the worst possible, lowest grade piece of beef out there. It's full of fat, it's full of chemicals, it's full of salt. The other thing is the vegetables are the worst possible vegetables you can get. They're not going to be organic. They're going to leave things out for a while, so you've got the mayonnaise sitting out all day, and mayonnaise doesn't do well when it sits out all day. So it's just that you don't know what you're getting when you buy fast food, so stay away from that as much as possible. I would say once in a while, if you don't already, cook for yourself, because when you cook yourself, the most important thing is that you can control what's in the food that you eat. So think about it. You could pick the lean protein. You could pick the seasonings that are organic. You can use that. You can get some organic vegetables. You can put it all together, and you're going to have a great meal that is going to be very healthy for you, and it's going to be very clean, and you're going to end up enjoying that a lot more. And it's going to bring you a lot more energy, and you're just going to feel great. Your body's going to look better. Your skin is going to look better. Your muscles are going to look better. You're going to look better, and you're going to feel, more importantly, you're going to feel better and stronger. You're going to feel more energized and stronger by eating healthy. So going with that, I would also just say the last couple of things: minimize your processed sugar, your gluten, your dairy, and your alcohol. I know it's hard with alcohol. I used to drink 2 glasses of wine every night at dinner. I cut that out. I basically have about 2 drinks a week now. My body feels so much better now that I've limited my alcohol. You're probably better off if you don't drink at all, but we are human. We do live. And so I would say, just limit it. Don't just try not to drink every day, and try to limit it. So instead of having like 3 or 4 drinks when you go out, try to have 1, and you can nurse that drink. Make sure you get a glass of water with it, and you can nurse that drink. Still have a great time, still socialize, but you're not drinking all that alcohol. You can also do some virgin drinks. You can always get club soda and lime and whatever. There's a lot of other options out there that you can do that is going to be just a much better way to go than drinking 3 or 4 or 5, 6 drinks in one night. The other thing is, the last thing I want to talk about is drinking plenty of water. In my first video, I do talk about how much you should drink. There's a formula out there. You can go look at that video. I know I have to wrap this video up, but you can go look at that video and find out what that formula is. But there is a big difference between a 400-pound person and a 100-pound person and their water needs, because they're so much different. So there is instead of saying 8 8-ounce glasses of water a day, there is a formula that works better than that. So it's actually more specific to how much you weigh. So anyway, that's it for today. I want to thank you so much. I'm going to have videos every week come out, so please subscribe to the channel and you'll get those. I hope that you're all having a fantastic day again, and I hope your journey to look and feel as young as possible is going fantastic. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please click on the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for more great videos to come. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you too. And please leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much.